One of the first and foremost ways you can increase conversions on your website is by giving it a responsive design. So what a responsive design what it means is a website that looks perfect or responds to the different screen sizes. See, today, there's not just one kind of a screen size, let's say a desktop or a laptop. There's desktop PCs. Some are really, they have large screen. Then we go down to laptops, further down to iPads, iPad minis, iPhones, Samsung Galaxies, Kindles, and so forth. So all these different devices that we have now, all these different computer sizes that we have now. A website which was built until, let's say, 3-4 years ago was a regular site, and it would look same on each and every single device, and so it would look perfect on a desktop PC, but it would not look good on a laptop or an iPad. However, now with responsive design technology, a site responds to the size of the browser. If it's an iPad, the site will still look perfect. If it's an iPhone, it'll look perfect. Or when I say iPhone, I mean a smartphone of that size. If it's a laptop, it'll still look different. So it has become really important to have your website in a responsive design now. The images in responsive design change and adapt to the screen size. The call to action buttons change. In fact, in some responsive sites, you'll notice that when you open the site in a mobile device like an iPhone, it actually has a tap to call feature, which means if you just call one button or if you just click on a button, it'll call straight to you. Now that's very powerful. Imagine if your prospect reaches that site and they don't have to look for your phone number, they don't have to look for your contact information. It says right there, click here to call now, tap here to call now. And if they like what they see, all they just have to do is click on that button, on that bar, on that phone number, and the phone calls straight to your office or your place of business. So that's very powerful. You don't want people to spend time and energy on looking for your contact information. If they're ready to buy now, well, let them reach you right away. Don't have them go around your site and don't have them look for your contact information. Also, with responsive design, if it's a site that's not responsive, and you see that in your iPad, I'm sure you must have noticed that you can enlarge the font size, you can make them smaller, you can squeeze them, pinch them. With a responsive, that doesn't happen. The site fits so nicely in a screen size that it's just perfect, and you don't really need to make the font bigger. You don't really need to make the font smaller or any such thing. So there's quite a few websites out there that are responsive now. If you want to take a look at a few, go ahead and see the same site in your smaller device like an iPad or an iPad mini or Samsung Galaxy or a Kindle, and you'll know exactly what I mean by saying that responsive site does increase conversions several times over. And they also rank well in search engines, by the way. Google prefers responsive design just because it gives an optimal experience to the visitor. And that's what Google is all about. Google wants to give a good experience to its visitors. And so a responsive design delivers that. Hence, Google prefers those sites, and they rank higher in Google and even other search engines now. So keep in mind, this is one of the best and fastest ways to increase leads, or the number of prospects, the number of calls that you get, the number of jobs that you get from your website. And I'll see you in the next video.